Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Track on 2. It's currently 18 degrees. We're under sunny skies. The wind's out of the northwest at 26 kilometers an hour. The track is listed as fast. Once again, our post time is at 5:10. Those of you interested in the scratches and changes on tonight's program, we'll get you to move ahead to the fifth race. In the fifth, number 4, Freedom's Rescue, will be driven by Keith Clark. Keith Clark drives the 4, Freedom's Rescue. Number 5, Snap Test, has been scratched. That's a judge's scratch. Number 5, Snap Test. Another driver change. The 6-horse Mystery Dragon will be driven by Richard Schneider. Richard Schneider drives Mystery Dragon. Move ahead to the 6th race. Driver change on the 2-horse Outlaw Burnt Popcorn. Your driver will be Michael Hennessy. Mike Hennessy drives the 2, Outlaw Burnt Popcorn. Number 4, Paperback Thriller. Trainer should read Sanford Campbell. Sanford Campbell on that one. And number 6, You Talk Too Much, will be driven by Keith Clark. Keith Clark drives the 6, You Talk Too Much. In the 7th and final, number 4, Art the Third, will be driven by Jacob Cutting. Driver change there on the 4, Art the Third. Jacob Cutting will be the driver. Don't forget the pick 4 starts in race number 4 tonight. We are 22 minutes away from post time for the first race. First race on our program is 14 minutes away. It will be a filly and mares event. Non-winners of $22,000 lifetime. They'll race for a purse of $3,200. Win, place, show, exacta, trifecta, and daily double wagering on the first. Horses are starting to make their way into the paddock area for the first race. With 7 minutes till post time, the horses are making the way onto the track for the first race. Horses are on parade for the first race. Number 1 is Casey and Grinigan, owned by Melinda Smith, trained by Jacob Cutting, driven today by Daryl Cutting. Number 2 is Archaic, owned by Melinda Smith and trained and driven today by Jacob Cutting. Number 3 is HF Jesse James, owned and trained by Harold Haining, driven today by Brandon Campbell. Number 4 is Rare Gem. Brett Bodner and Robert Sutar are the owners. Brett Bodner trains and Jamie Gray will drive. Number 5 is Saratoga again. Quentin Schneider and Kimberly Schneider are the owners. Quentin Schneider trains and James Junquist will drive. Number 6 is Kinda Funky, owned, trained, and driven today by Harold Henning. That is your field for the first race. Don't forget Exacta Trifecta and Daily Double Wagering. They'll go to the post in about 5 minutes. Three minutes till post time. 2 minutes. 2 minutes till post time. Less than a minute now till post time. Place those wagers carefully. 1 minute. Starting gate has moved into position, called the horses for the first race. Current favorite is the 5-horse Saratoga again. 1-2 on that one. Second choice on the odds board, number 3, HF Jesse James. Fields lining up. It's post time for the first. And the gates at the top of the stretch picking up speed. Once again, it's post time. There they go. And they're off and pacing. Archaic leads on the inside, followed by HF Jesse James. Then you have Casey and Grinnigan, followed by Rare Gem, Saratoga again, and Kinda Funky. They're heading into the turn. HF Jesse James drives on and takes the lead. Then you have Archaic, and they've opened up about 6 lengths on the rest of the field. Pacing in third, Casey and Grinnigan. The Rare Gem, Saratoga again, and Kinda Funky. Past the quarter-mile marker in 29 2/5. HF Jesse James on top. Archaic's pacing in second. Closing the gap a little, 4 lengths back. Casey and Grinnigan in third. Then you have Rare Gem, Saratoga again. Kinda Funky looks at them all. Making their way down the backstretch, HF Jesse James on top. Archaic pacing in second. Casey and Grinnigan is third, tipping out on the outside. Saratoga again. Also moving out is Rare Gem. Looking at them all is Kinda Funky. Field's tightening up as they pass the half-mile marker in 101 4/5. Your leader, though, still HF Jesse James on the outside in second. Saratoga again. Down along the rail, Archaic is in third. On the outside, fourth is Rare Gem. Then Casey and Grinnigan and Kinda Funky. They'll pass that 3/4 mile marker in 1:32 3. HF Jesse James taking us down the lane. Saratoga again on the outside. It's HF Jesse James making the way down the lane. Saratoga again on the outside. Rare Gem, Archaic, Casey and Grinnigan. It's HF Jesse James, Saratoga again, and a photo for third. Hold all tickets. Hold all tickets until the placing judges declare the race official. Time for the mile, 2 minutes and 1/5. Unofficially, your winner, number 3, HF Jesse James. Finishing second, number 5, Saratoga again. In the photo, number 4, Rare Gem was third, followed by number 2, Archaic. Results for the first race are now official. Have your prices in just a moment. Making his way back to the winner's enclosure, your official winner of the first race, number 3, HF Jesse James, owned and trained by Harold Haining, driven to victory today by Brandon Campbell. HF Jesse James is a 3-year-old bay gelding by Pang Shu, out of Kinda Funky by Camtastic. HF Jesse James paced the mile in a time of 2 minutes and 1/5. The prices for the first, HF Jesse James, $5.80, $5.40, $2.10. Number 5, Saratoga again, $3, $2.10. Rare Gem number 4, finishing third, $2.40 to show, and finishing fourth, number 2, Archaic. $2 exacta combination, 3 and 5, $18.90. Your dollar triactor, 3, 5, and 4, $29.50. Quick look ahead to the second race. Fillies and Mares, non-winners at $2,001, last 3 starts. Optional claiming of $7,500. There will be exactor wagering, win, place, and show on this race. The horses will race for a purse of $3,800. Post time is in 15 minutes. Horses are making the way onto the track for the second race. Horses on parade for the second race. Number 1 is Ginger Beer, owned by Keith Clark, John Hine, Doris McDougall. Keith Clark trains and drives. Number 2 is No Mo for Joe. Diane Bertrand, Robert Gillespie are the owners. Nathan Sobey trains and drives. Number 3 is UCA Hanover. Raymond Henry is the owner. Sanford Campbell trains. Jean-Francois Gagné is the driver. Number 4 is Take On the Boys. David Lamont, Donna Wise are the owners. David Lamont trains. James Junquist will drive. Number 5 is Odds Western 3. Shane Wright and Brent Lee. Jody Loftus are the owners. Sanford Campbell trains. Brandon Campbell will drive. That's your field for the second race. 6 minutes till post time. Four minutes till post time. 3 minutes. One minute till post time. 1 minute. Starting gates moved into position for the second race. They've called the horses. Favorite at this time is number 4, Take On Du Bois, 6-5. Second choice is number 2, No Mo for Joe, 8-5. Fields lining up. Starting gates at the top of the stretch, picking up speed. Post time for the second. There they go. And they're off and pacing. Take On Du Bois from the outside. Ginger Beer down along the rail. Odds Western 3 settles in third, followed by No Mo for Joe. And your trailer is UCI Hanover. Moving on to the turn. Take On Du Bois opens up a length and a half. Ginger Beer's in second. Then you have Odds Western 3 in third. No Mo for Joe, followed by UCI Hanover. Past that quarter mile marker in 29 1/5. Leader is Take On Du Bois. Pacing in second, Ginger Beer. Then you have Odds Western 3, No Mo for Joe. And your trailer is UCI Hanover. Making their way down the backstretch. Everyone's fine where they're at. Take On Du Bois with the lead by a length and a half. Ginger Beer is pacing in second. Another length and a half back to Odds Western 3. Uptight in fourth is No Mo for Joe. 2 more back to UCI Hanover. Half mile mark in 59 1. Heading into the far turn. Take On Du Bois, Ginger Beer, Odds Western 3, and No Mo for Joe. UCI Hanover. Tipping out of 3. Odds Western 3 trying to make a little bit of a move to the outside, and No Mo for Joe. Leader, Take On Du Bois, Ginger Beer. Moving up on the far outside, here comes No Mo for Joe. Your leader, Take On the Boys. Ginger Beer, No Mo for Joe is moving up on the far outside. Take On the Boys, No Mo for Joe. Far outside, Odds Western 3, and Ginger Beer will be close for third. Ginger Beer looks like he hung on for third. Odds Western 3 was fourth. Winner once again, Take On the Boys. No Mo for Joe was second. Ginger Beer third. Time for the mile, 1:56 and 2/5. Just a reminder, hold all tickets. Back to the winner's enclosure. Your official winner of the second race, number 4, Take On the Boys, owned by David Lamont, Donna Wise of Rocky County. David Lamont trains. James Junquist is the winning driver. Take On the Boys is a 7-year-old bay mare by J.K. Royal Flush out of Dr. Ruth by Bo Nose Jate. Once again, pacing the mile in a time of 1:56 and 2. Prices for the second: $620, $240, and $210 for Taking On the Boys. Finishing second, number 2, No Mo for Joe, $240, $210. And up for third, number 1, Ginger Beer, $210 to show. Finishing fourth, number 5, Odds Western 3, $2 exacta combination, 4 and 2, $16. And your $2 daily double, combining the numbers 3 and 4, $24.10. Your third race will be a maidens event. They'll race for a purse of $3,800. Win, place, and show, exacta and trifecta wagering. We are about 16 minutes till post time. Horses are making the way onto the track for the third race. Horses for the third. Number 1 is Sometime Somewhere. Keith Clark, Doris McDougall, and Robert Jones are the owners. Keith Clark trains and drives. Number 2 is Hong Kong Bee. Tony Chan owns. Richard Schneider is the trainer. Lee Ivey will drive. Number 3 is Mr. Snoopy. Richard Schneider trains and drives, or trains and owns, and Michael Hennessy will drive. Number 4 is Outlaw See My Shadow. Outlaw West Stable. Constant Coldhammer is the owner, or the trainer and the driver. Wink and Win, owned by Nancy Tamblin. Kevin Sampson trains and drives. Tap Tap Boom is the 6th horse. Jean-Francois Gagne, Peter Van Seglin, Carol Warner, and Tarpon Holdings are the owners. Jean Gagne is the trainer and driver. That's your field for the third race. Post time in 6 minutes. Four minutes. 2 minutes till post. We're about 1 minute away until post time. Just a reminder, today we'll be doing a stick race between races 3 and 4. So after this race, stick races. Starting gate for the third is moving into position. Just a minute, less than a minute to place your wagers. Starter calls the horses for the third race. Favorite at this time is number 5, Wink and Win. Second choice on the board. You have a couple of them. Number 1, Sometime Somewhere, and number 4, Outlaw See My Shadow, both 5-2 on the odds board. Starting gates rolling. It's post time now for the third. Starting gates at the top of the stretch. Picking up speed. Maiden Colts and Geldings, 2 and 3 years old. They're behind the gate, and there they go. They're often pacing. Hong Kong Beat steps out for the lead. Sometime Somewhere along the rail. Mr. Snoopy settles for third. Into the turn, Outlaw See My Shadow, Wink and Win. Tap, tap, boom, looks at them all. Your leader, Hong Kong B. Sometime Somewhere has moved up now to take the lead. Hong Kong B is pacing in second. Mr. Snoopy in third. Outlaw See My Shadow, Wink and Win, and Tap, Tap, Boom. Past the quarter-mile marker in 30 4/5. Your leader, Sometime Somewhere, Hong Kong B in second. Mr. Snoopy in third. Outlaw See My Shadow, Wink and Win, Tap, Tap, Boom. First to move out of 6. Moving up on the outside. Sometime Somewhere, followed by Hong Kong B. Out of 3, here comes Mr. Snoopy up to challenge for the lead. Mr. Snoopy drives on with the lead. Sometime Somewhere in second. Then you have Outlaw See My Shadow, Hong Kong B. Tap, tap, boom on the outside, and Wink and Win. Past the half-mile marker in 1 minute and 1:04 3/5. Mr. Snoopy with the lead. Outlaw See My Shadow on the outside. Mr. Snoopy, Outlaw See My Shadow, past the 3/4, 1:35 1/5. Mr. Snoopy, Outlaw See My Shadow on the outside, challenging for the lead. Outlaw See My Shadow. On the far outside, tap, tap, boom. Outlaw See My Shadow, tap, tap, boom. On the extreme outside, here's Wink and Win. Outlaw See My Shadow, tap, tap, boom. Wink and Win, close for fourth. Time for the mile, 2:02 4/5. Once again, unofficially, your winner, number 4, Outlaw See My Shadow, finishing second. Number 6, Tap Tap Boom. Up for third, number 5, Wink and Win. Judges will review a photo for fourth. Results of the photo show number 1, Sometime Somewhere, was fourth. So a reminder, results are unofficial. Hold all tickets. And those of you interested, we're just getting the stick races organized down in front of the grandstand. The kids are off in the stick races. And we are back to the winner's enclosure with our winner of the third race, number 4, Outlaw See My Shadow. Owned by the Outlaw West Stable of Fallen, Alberta, Constant Coldhammer is the trainer and driver. 2-year-old Bay Gelding by Shadow Play out of Grand Slam Woman by Arts Place. Once again, pace the mile, 2:02 4/5. The results are now official for the third race. Your winner is number 4, Outlaw See My Shadow, 673.40, 240. And finishing second, number 6, $373. Up for third, number 5, Wink and Win, paying $540 to show. $2 exacta combination, 4 and 6, $26.50. Your dollar triactor for 6 and 5, $37.60. Look ahead to the fourth race. It's non-winners of $35,000 lifetime or a claiming of $7,500. They'll race for a purse of $3,400. Exacta, superfacta, trifacta wagering, win, place, and show. And this is the start of our Pick 4. Run through the rest of the changes for the Pick 4. Race 5. Driver change on the 4-horse Freedom's Rescue. Driver is Keith Clark. Number 5, Snap Test, is a judge's scratch. And number 6, Mystery Dragon. The driver is Richard Schneider. In the 6th race, driver change on the 2 Outlaw Burnt Popcorn. It's now Mike Hennessy. Number 4, Paperback Thriller. Trainer should read Sanford Campbell. And number 6, You Talk Too Much. The driver is Keith Clark. And in the 7th, number 4, Art the Third. The driver will be Jacob Cutting. Once again, those are the changes for the upcoming Pick 4. We're 15 minutes till post time for the fourth race. With around 9 minutes till post time, the horses are making the way onto the track for the fourth. Horses for the fourth race. Number 1 is HF Shadow Racer, owned by Jerry Hagenar's Robert Parrish. Robert Parrish trains. Doug Chappell will drive. Number 2 is Outlaw Blue Bayou. Melinda Smith is the owner. Jacob Cutting trains and drives. Number 3 is Mr. Peterman. Rodney Starkowski and Wayne Steck are the owners. Rodney Starkowski trains. Jamie Gray will drive. Senga Savannah is the 4-horse. Kenneth Gunn is the owner. Ryan Grundy is the trainer and driver. Sure Burns Blue races for the Fun for Fans stable. Rodney Starkowski is the trainer. James Junquist will drive. Naked Burner is the 6. William Roberts owns. Rene Goulet is the trainer and driver. And number 7 is Thunder Alley. Jim Wilson, Richard Remillard, and Valerie Emerson are the owners. Richard Remillard trains and drives. That's our field for the fourth race, and they'll go to post in about 7 minutes. Reminder again, start of the pick 4 in this race. 6 minutes till post time. Four minutes till post time. 2 minutes till post time. Less than a minute now. Place those wagers carefully. Starters called the horses for the 4th race. Fields lining up. Betting favorite at this time is number 3, Mr. Peterman, at 9-5. And your second choice is the 6 horse, 3-1 on Naked Burner. Starting gates at the top of the stretch, picking up speed. It is post time for the 4th. There they go. And they're off and pacing. Thunder Alley from the outside, moving up to challenge for the lead. HF Shadow Racer and Mr. Peterman are next. Thunder Alley drives on, take the lead along the inside. HF Shadow Racer. Mr. Peterman still on the outside, 3rd. Then you have Outlaw Blue Bayou. Senga Savannah, followed by Sherburne's Blue. Naked Burner is your trailer. Past the quarter-mile mark, 27-4 on the outside. You have Mr. Peterman, slight lead down along the inside. Thunder Alley, in behind that one, HF Shadow Racer. Then you have Outlaw Blue Bayou moving up first over on the outside. Sherburne's Blue is moving up on the outside. Mr. Peterman's now taking the lead quickly out on the outside. We have a challenge for the lead. Moving on is Thunder Alley now to take the lead back. Thunder Alley, Mr. Peterman settles in 2nd. Sherburne's Blue is on the outside. Then you have HF Shadow Racer and Outlaw Blue Bayou, followed by Senga Savannah, and your trailer is Naked Burner. Half was in 57 3/4, 127 1/5. Take us down the lane, Thunder Alley on the rail. In the middle, Mr. Peterman, and on the far outside, Sherburne's Blue, wider than that. Here comes Naked Burner. Mr. Peterman with the lead. On the far outside, it's actually HF Shadow Racer, Mr. Peterman, HF Shadow Racer, and Sherburne's Blue. Time for the mile, 156 1/5. Results are unofficial. Judges will look at a win photo, confirm the placings. Results of the photo, number 3, Mr. Peterman was your winner. Number 1, HF Shadow Racer up for 2nd. In for 3rd, number 5, Sherburne's Blue, and finishing 4th, Number 2, Outlaw Blue Bayou. Time for the mile, 156 and 1. And back to the winner's enclosure. Number 3, Mr. Peterman. Owned by Rodney Starkowski, Wayne Steck. Rodney Starkowski trains. Jamie Gray is the winning driver. Mr. Peterman is a 5-year-old bay gelding by Blue Burner out of Refiner's Gold by Run the Table. Mr. Peterman paced the mile in a lifetime best equaling time of 156 and 1/5. Prices for the 4th race. Results are official. Your winner, number 3, Mr. Peterman, 430, 350, 330. HF Shadow Racer, number 1, finishing second, 1070, 690. Number 5, Sherburne's Blue, 220 to show. And finishing 4th, number 2, Outlaw Blue Bayou. $2 exacta combination, 3 and 1, $70.10. Dollar triactor, 3, 1 and 5, $100.60. 20-cent superfecta, 3, 1, 5 and all, $62.62. We'll look ahead to the 5th race. Non-winners at $2,001. Last 3 starts. You have win, place, and show exacta, superfecta, and trifecta wagering. Those changes once again in the upcoming 5th. Keith Clark drives the 4-horse Freedom's Rescue. Number 5, Snap Test, is a judge's scratch. Number 6 will be driven by Richard Schneider. Post time, 16 minutes. If anyone's interested in a barn tour, we'll have one available for you right after the 5th race. We'll ask you to meet up right near the front entrance of the Track On 2. Get you organized for that barn tour once again right after the 5th race. Horses are starting to make their way onto the track for the 5th race. And our horses are on parade for the 5th race. Number 1 is Southwind Jensen. Nathan Sobey, Diane Bertrand, and Robert Gillespie are the owners. Nathan Sobey trains and drives. Number 2 is Outlaw, True Grit. Rodney Starkowski and Clausette Beichel are the owners. Rodney Starkowski trains. Rene Goulet will drive. Number 3 is Town Speaker. Brett Botter and Hugh Jackson are the owners. Brett Botter trains. Michael Hennessy will drive. Number 4 is Freedom's Rescue. Keith Clark and Archie Benicos are the owners. Keith Clark trains and drives. Number 5, Snap Test, has been scratched. Number 6, Mystery Dragon, owned by William Woodland. Richard Schneider trains and drives. Number 7, Freedom's Fellow. Nathan Sobey, Diane Bertrand, and Robert Glassby are the owners. Nathan Sobey trains. David Kelly will drive. That is our field for the 5th race. 6 minutes till post time. Three minutes. Two minutes. Less than a minute now till post time. Starting gates moved into position, called the horses for the 5th race. Betting choice on this one, number 3, Town Speaker, 3-5. Second choice is the 6, Mystery Dragon, at 2-1. Horses are lining up behind the starting gate, moving to the top of the stretch. Once again, it's post time for the 5th. There they go. And they're off and pacing. Town Speaker away quickly. Freedom's Fellow on the far outside, and Freedom's Rescue near the rail. Town Speaker, Freedom's Fellow into the turn. Town Speaker on top. Freedom's Fellow on the outside. Freedom's Rescue is pacing in third. Then you have Mystery Dragon, Southwind Jensen, and Outlaw True Grit. Freedom's Fellow has drove on, taken the lead. Quickly out of 2, though. Here comes Town Speaker. Town Speaker back up to challenge for the lead. Takes that one over. Town Speaker on top. Freedom's Fellow, Freedom's Rescue, Mystery Dragon, Southwind Jensen, and Outlaw True Grit is back. First quarter mile in 29 seconds flat. Town Speaker on top. Pacing in second, Freedom's Fellow. Freedom Rescue is in third. Moving up on the outside, we have Southwind Jensen. Moving up into fourth. Down along the rail is Mystery Dragon. And your trailer, Outlaw True Grit. Past the half-mile marker, 58-2. Town Speaker still on top. Out of 2, here comes Freedom's Fellow. Down along the rail, Freedom Rescue is in third. On the outside, you then have Southwind Jensen. Top 2, though, they'll race as a team down the lane. Town Speaker on the inside. On the outside, Freedom's Fellow. Freedom's Fellow moving on. Freedom's Fellow with the lead. Town Speaker in second. Then you have Southwind Jensen moving up for third. This one belongs to Freedom's Fellow. Town Speaker in second. Close for third. Will be a photo between Outlaw True Grit and Mystery Dragon. Southwind Jensen was behind that one. Time for the mile, 1:56.1. Freedom's Fellow and Town Speaker are listed as your top 2 finishers. Hold all tickets. Once again, the results are unofficial. 7, 3, 2, and 6 are the numbers. Top 4 finishers for this race. 1:56 and 1/5 for the time. Freedom's Fellow, Town Speaker, Outlaw True Grit, and Mystery Dragon. Top 4 finishers. Back to the winner's enclosure. Our official winner of the 5th race, number 7, Freedom's Fellow, owned by Nathan Sobey, Diane Bertrand, and Robert Gillespie. Nathan Sobey is the trainer, driven to victory today by David Kelly. Freedom's Fellow is a 5-year-old bay gelding by Freedom's Pass out of Western Reserve by Western Hanover, pacing the mile in a time of 1:56.1. Freedom's Fellow pays $17.80, 10-10, 460. Town Speaker, number 3, $350, 260. And number 2, Outlaw True Grit, $680 to show. Finishing 4th, number 6, Mystery Dragon. Exacta combination 7 and 3, $21.90. Dollar Triactor 7, 3 and 2, $68.05. Your 20-cent Superfecta 7, 3, 2 and 6, $21.35. 6th race is a Fillies and Mares event. Non-winners of 7 races are $49,000 lifetime. Optional claiming of $10,000. Race for a purse of $10,000. We have win, place, and show, exacta, and trifecta wagering in this race. Changes once again. Outlaw Burnt Popcorn will be driven by Mike Hennessy. Number 4, Paperback Thriller. Trainer should read Sanford Campbell. And on the 6th, You Talk Too Much. Keith Clark will be the driver. 15 minutes till post time. Just a reminder that barn tour should be getting underway shortly. 10 minutes till post time. Horses are making the way onto the track for the 6th race. Horses on parade for the 6th. Number 1 is Nice Ain't My Color, owned by the Wild Dune Stable. Jamie Gray trains and drives. Number 2 is Outlaw Burn Popcorn. Jim Marino owns. Amy Henry trains. Michael Hennessy will drive. Number 3 is Red Star Katrina. Dr. Fred Kruzelnicki is the owner. Robert Saburn Jr. is the trainer. David Kelly will drive. Paperback Thriller is owned by Raymond Henry. Sanford Campbell is the trainer. Brandon Campbell will drive. Blinken Gone is the 5-horse. Donna Wise, David Lamont are the owners. David Lamont trains. Nathan Sobey will drive. You Talk Too Much is the 6. Keith Clark and Robert Jones are the owners. Keith Clark trains and drives. That's your field. For the 6th, we're about 6 minutes till post time. Outlaw Burn Popcorn just joining the parade now. 4 minutes. Three minutes till post time. Minute till post time. Starters called the horses for the 6th. Less than a minute now till post time. Your favorite at this point is number 3, Red Star Katrina, 8-5. Second choice on the board is the 4, Paperback Thriller, at 2-1. Starting gates rolling. Top of the stretch, they're picking up speed. It's post time. There they go. And they're off and pacing. Good even start through the middle. Paperback Thriller jumps out for the lead. Then you have Red Star Katrina along the rail. Nice Ain't My Color. Once again on top, Paperback Thriller with the lead. Red Star Katrina is pacing in second. Then you have Nice Ain't My Color, followed by You Talk Too Much. Outlaw Burnt Popcorn and Blinkin' Gone Can See 'Em All. Heading up to the quarter-mile marker in 28 4/5. Your leader, Paperback Thriller, has 2 lengths on Red Star Katrina. Pacing in third is Nice Ain't My Color. You Talk Too Much is up in fourth. Outlaw Burnt Popcorn and Blinkin' Gone. Heading down the backstretch. No changes in order. Paperback Thriller with the lead. Red Star Katrina. Nice Ain't My Color. You Talk Too Much. Followed by Outlaw Burnt Popcorn and Blinkin' Gone. Past the half-mile marker, 59 1/5. Blinkin' Gone's out of 6, moving up on the outside. That pushes out You Talk Too Much out of the 4-hole. Opening up, Paperback Thriller has 3 lengths on the field. Red Star Katrina is pacing in second. 3/4 mile marker, 1:27 4. Down the lane they come. Your leader is Paperback Thriller. Red Star Katrina is in second. Tight race for third. It will be Paperback Thriller to the wire. Red Star Katrina getting up for third is Outlaw Burnt Popcorn. Close for fourth. Time for the mile, 1:55 2/5. Unofficial winner, number 4, Paperback Thriller. Finishing second, number 3, Red Star Katrina. And finishing third, number 2, Outlaw Burnt Popcorn. Hold all tickets until the results are posted as official. Up for fourth, number 6, You Talk Too Much. 4, 3, 2, and 6 are the numbers for the 6th race. Back to the winner's enclosure. Our official winner of the 6th race, number 4, Paperback Thriller, owned by Raymond Henry, trained by Sanford Campbell, and driven to victory today by Brandon Campbell. Paperback Thriller is a 4-year-old bay mare by Mr. Chase out of Kismet Killian by Run the Table. Once again, pacing the mile in a time of 1:55 2/5. Paperback Thriller pays $683, $340. Red Star Katrina, $240, $390. Outlaw Burnt Popcorn, $270 to show. You Talk Too Much is our 4th place finisher. $2 exacta combination, 4 and 3, $8.20. Dollar Triactor for 3 and 2, $18.70. Looking ahead to the 7th and final, Non-winners of $1,501 in the last 3 starts, or claiming of $4,000. They'll race for a purse of $2,900. Win, place, and show, exacta, trifecta, and superfecta wagering on the 7th. Just the one change in this one. Art the Third, the 4-horse, will be driven by Jacob Cutting. Post time 16 minutes. Let's take a moment and remind you that the Track On 2 is open 7 days a week, 10 o'clock every day. Those of you looking for our next day of live racing will be on Saturday, the 31st, live racing. Note the post time change. We'll begin our live racing at 1:10 on Saturday. Right after the races, don't forget our VLTs and off-track betting will remain open. Live music by Tara Lee Flamen will be available till about 9 o'clock tonight. About 11 minutes till post time. Horses are making the way onto the track for the 7th and final. Horses on parade for the 7th race. Number 1 is Brendan Ridge. Donald and Brenda McNeil are the owners. Glenn Lutz trains. David Kelly will drive. Here Comes the Thunder is a 2-horse QKS Racing. Quentin Schneider trains. James Junquist will drive. Chief Saratoga is number 3. Dick and Richard Schneider are the owners. Richard Schneider trains and drives. Number 4 is Art the Third, Shenandoah Valley Stable. Shauna Griffin trains, and Jacob Cutting will drive. Number 5 is Up Front Cosmo. Donald and Brenda McNeil, Gren Lutz trains, and Brandon Campbell will drive. Number 6 is Jello's Fellow. Nancy Tamblin is the owner. Kevin Sampson trains and drives. Number 7 is Trustee. Tony Chan owns. Richard Schneider trains, and Lee Ivey will drive. Number 8 is Cowboys Don't Cry. Tim Perkis is the owner. Brett Botter trains, and Jamie Gray will drive. Outlaw Blue Ice is the 9-horse. Michael Hennessy owns, trains, and drives. That is your field for the 7th. We're about 7 minutes till post time. 4 minutes till post time. 4 minutes. Three minutes. Two minutes. Less than a minute now. 1 minute to go. Starting gates moving into position. They've called the horses for the 7th. Public choice off of the 7th race is a 9-horse Outlaw Blue Ice. Even money on that one. Second choice is the 2. Here Comes the Thunder at 2-1. Starting gates rolling. Horses are lining up. Gates at the top of the lane, picking up speed. It's now post time for the 7th. There they go. And they're off and pacing. Good start for Art the Third, Chief Saratoga. And Here Comes the Thunder. Brendan Ridge settles 4th along the rail. Art the Third takes us into the turn. on top. Chiefs Saratoga pacing in second. Here Comes the Thunder is third, followed by Brendan Ridge. Up front, Cosmo is next. Sorry, Outlaw Blue Ice, followed by up front Cosmo. Then you have Jello's Fellow, back to Trustee, and Cowboys Don't Cry. Your leader, Art the Third, past the quarter-mile mark, 28-3. Pacing in second, Chief Saratoga. Here Comes the Thunders in third, followed by Brendan Ridge. Tipping out now is Outlaw Blue Ice. That'll pop out. Here Comes the Thunder. Art the Third still on top. Company coming on the outside with Here Comes the Thunder. Past the half-mile mark, 58-3. Here Comes the Thunder is on the outside. Art the Third along the rail, 3 wide. Outlaw Blue Ice. Then you have Chief Saratoga is tucked in fourth. Past the 3/4, 128-4. Here Comes the Thunder has the lead. On the far outside, Outlaw Blue Ice. Here Comes the Thunder. Outlaw Blue Ice backing off is Art the Third. Outlaw Blue Ice is on the outside. Outlaw Blue Ice has the lead. Here Comes the Thunder. Art the Third, and up next is Chief Saratoga. Time for the mile, 1:56.4. Unofficially, your winner, number 9, Outlaw Blue Ice, finishing second. Here Comes the Thunder. Art the Third was up for third and finishing fourth. Number 3, Chief Saratoga. Back to the winner's enclosure. Winner of the 7th race, number 9, Outlaw Blue Ice. Owned, trained, and driven to victory by Michael Hennessy. Outlaw Blue Ice is a 5-year-old bay gelding by Blue Burner out of Billy J. Blue Chip by Blissful Hall. Outlaw Blue Ice paced the mile in a time of 1:56 4/5. Second win in a row for Michael Hennessy. That does conclude our card for tonight. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. As you can hear, the music is back going. Prices for the 7th and final, number 9, Outlaw Blue Ice, $390, $230, $280. Finishing second, Here Comes the Thunder, number 2, $290, $3, and up for third, Art the Third, $6 to show. Rounding out the superfecta, number 3, Chief Saratoga, $2 exacta, 9-2, $11.10. Dollar triactor, 9, 2, and 4, $35.90. Your 20-cent superfecta, 9, 2, 4, and 3, $24.52. And 4 out of 4 on that pick 4, $35.90 for that $1 ticket. Once again, that does conclude our day of racing. Thank you very much for joining us. On your way home, please drive safely. We'll see you Saturday, post time, 1:10.